Peace, peace. This is Yasir checking in with Knowledge of Survival. Been wanting to do this video for a while, but life gets in the way. I'm sure you all know how that is. So last weekend, I did a firearms class, constitutional carry class. So class, basics, for new people considering a firearm or already have one, just want some more information. And so we discussed, um, the sun's in my way, hold on. So we discussed revolver or semi-automatic. So this is like a never-ending debate. You've got some older people, that are into revolvers. You got younger people who swear by semi-autos, newer technology, all this other stuff. And I mean, basically what I told the class was this. I don't think the question is whether a semi-automatic is better than a revolver or vice versa. They both got their pros and cons, right? I mean, semi-automatic, the pros are pretty obvious. Faster time to reload and more capacity, right? For a revolver, number one is reliability. Now, I know that there's people out there that are saying that, the technology in semi-autos makes it more reliable than a revolver. I mean, in my experience, I don't believe that to be true. I don't believe that's true. I've been to the range many times, and I've yet to have a jam out of my revolver. Had quite a few out of semis. People will say, oh, it's because of how you're shooting it, limp wristing, all these different things. Perhaps, perhaps. But all I know is that regardless to all of that, I've never had a jam out of my revolver. So now it sounds like I'm advocating for the revolver right now. I will say that as of late, that's been my carry weapon. It's been my 5-shot Ruger LCR X with the 3-inch barrel. That's been my carry gun. I really, really like it. It's lightweight. Revolver, there's an argument that a revolver conceals better on the body due to the natural curvature of it. I think there's something to be said for that. And I just like it. But what made me consider going to a revolver for my daily carry weapon was I started thinking about this. So follow me real quick if you may. Again, like I said at the start, I don't think that the argument is whether a revolver is better than a semi-automatic or vice versa. I think it's really situational. So for the average citizen who's just looking to exercise their Second Amendment right and protect themselves and their family when they're out and about. So this is somebody who generally, can't think of anybody, that would have a reason to be after them, is not involved in any type of, illegal or nefarious behavior, and, just regular folks, right? Like me, I'm regular folk, I'm not involved in anything, where I feel like I have to have a gun on me. It's just for protection, it's just for the what if, for the what if one day it's my turn, right? So, but I don't have any fear of anybody being after me or anything, So I was thinking about that, and I said, so for the average citizen, what's most important in a weapon? What's going to be most important in that carry gun? Is it going to be capacity? Is it going to be speed of reload? Is it going to be how well it conceals? Is it going to be how reliable it is? All types of different things. How light it is it heavy? And I came to, I think, number one for any weapon that somebody's using for the purposes of self-defense, the number one quality is reliability, in my opinion. I think the number one quality is reliability. More than ammo capacity, more than how fast you can reload it, more than how cool it looks, whether it's the end thing or any of that. I think the most important thing that people should think about is how reliable is the weapon that they're carrying. That's what made me opt for my 5-shot Ruger, because I'm confident that if an event comes to me where I have to pull my weapon and use it, it's going to work. I pull it out, it's going to work. I pull it out and I pull back that heavy trigger on that double action revolver, it's going to work. It's going to go off. Even if I'm in a close quarters combat situation. That's another benefit of the revolver, is you can jam that barrel in the body of somebody and pull the trigger and it's going to go off. So you're not going to have that with semi-automatic. Most semi-automatic, it might be some out there, that can shoot when they're out of battery, or maybe they have something, some type of mechanism or feature that allows them to do that. But most semi-automatics, if you press that thing up in the body of somebody, it's going to come out of battery and you're not going to be able to fire it. Semi-automatics are finicky with ammo too. They're finicky with ammo. You can shoot the same 9mm out of one semi-auto and use that same ammo in another 9mm semi-auto, and it won't work. It will not take it. A Smith & Wesson versus a SIG using the same ammo, and it doesn't like it for whatever reason. Pressure's too light. I mean, the grain's too low. It's too light of a bullet. Whatever. Too heavy. I mean, whatever. So, too finicky, man. Revolver, you don't have that problem. As long as you're using the right caliber, you put that stuff in there, it's gonna fire. You get a bad round, you just keep pressing the trigger, rotate a new round. If you got a jam in a semi-auto, you gotta drop the magazine and rack the slide and all this stuff, or seat the magazine, make sure that the magazine is seated. A semi-automatic has more stuff going on. So because it has more stuff going on, it's more things that can go wrong. A revolver is a more simply made gun, which means there's less room for error. So, yeah, again, now, okay, let me come back. So, because I know this sounds like I'm saying that the revolver is better than a semi-automatic. That's not necessarily the point that I'm trying to make. Like I said, it's situational, because let's take it to another area. If it's The Walking Dead outside, right? Meaning like it's crazy, like where the likelihood is high that I'm gonna go out my door and get involved in a situation, probably with more than one attacker, or maybe more than one attacker throughout the course of the day. Because remember, I said Walking Dead, right? So everybody's seen that show. It was nuts. Every day, it was crazy. So if we ever were to get into a situation like that, or I know that I'm going to be in a war zone type of thing, it's war going on, something like that, I'm not carrying a revolver. No, sir. I'm not carrying a 5-6 shot revolver. Not doing it. You're going to have to give me my full size 17 round SAR 9 that I have, which is a great gun, by the way. Great gun, by the way. If you're not familiar with the SAR-9, probably going to butcher the company's actual name, but a SARS-Lamaz, company out of Turkey. That SAR-9 is a great gun for a great price. Full size 9mm. You'll be happy if you're not up on it already. There's a lot of reviews on. There's quite a few. I ain't gonna say a lot, but there's quite a few reviews on YouTube. You can look it up, check it out. Great gun. So yeah, if I know I'm gonna be in a situation, and it's the likelihood of that, and I'm probably gonna be going against multiple people, and it's crazy like that outside. Yeah, I'm gonna bring my SAR-9 full size gun, or a Glock, 17. Whatever, you know what I mean, SIG, P320, all that stuff, right? What's the one with it, man? It's a handgun. Springfield's got full-size guns that carry like 20 something rounds, so situations like that, I'm going to carry that high capacity semi-automatic handgun, not carrying my revolver. So again, like I said, I think it's situational. For the average everyday citizen, I think most important is, can you rely on that weapon to work for you? And that's where I'm at right now. Right now, that's how I'm feeling. I mean, you asked me in a few more months, I might go back to carrying my semi-auto. I've been thinking about it just because, I want something different. I'm kind of like that. I've got different tools and gadgets, and different tools and gadgets, and I might just want to switch it up sometimes. So I might go back to carrying my semi-auto, relatively soon. But for the past few months, I've been carrying my revolver, and I've been enjoying it. I feel good with it. I feel safe with it. I've been practicing at the range with it exclusively, getting my skill set and my comfortability. Did I say that right? Better, with shooting the revolver and understanding how to work that double action trigger. Because we know with the semi-autos, it's got a single action. Well, not all of them. Of course, you got semi-autos out there that have a double action with the hammer, but most people are using these striker-fired guns with a light trigger pull. So, about 5 pounds of pressure, give or take, to fire that bullet. So it's different when you're using a double action trigger. So been taking some time, getting more acquainted with that, and just upping my skill set, man. So that's my thoughts on the revolver versus semi-auto. Never-ending debate. Feel free to like, share, comment. Please like, share, and comment, and spread the information. Support the Second Amendment. Support our rights to keep and bear arms. Protect ourselves and our families. Love yourself. Love your family. Watch your back. And when in doubt, train. Peace.